It's one thing to be another notch on a championship lineage, but it's another thing to break the mold entirely. At this point in the game, winning the title, making it here, it's easy. You could be voted in. You could find a secret achievement. Chaos could reign, you could even find yourself as champion, but more importantly, it's about how you claim that victory. Anyone could win a championship, but to truly be remembered as a great champion, you have to break the mold. You have to carry out your game like none before you, or fall victim to time like many more before you. 25 competitors. One last championship match. Who will walk out of Season 17 as the Danganronpa Hunger Games Champion of Champions? Komaru. The second placer's fan vote, Corey. Gundam Tanaka. The last placer's fan vote, Maki. Kazuichi. The first blood fan vote, Mew. Karumi. Maya. Himiko. The needlessly aggressive fan vote, Ruruka. Monokid. Hifumi. Angie. The Champ Slayer fan vote, Yuta. The Chaos Slayer fan vote, Amber. Tengen. Mahiru. The Danganronpa Hunger Games Champion of Champions, Nagisa. Crazy Hyoka. Munakata. Taka. Akane. Your cross-teaming fan vote, Kafka. Sakura. And Ryoma. Who will break the mold in Season 17 tonight? And here we go. It is the absolute finale of Season 17. It is the year of the paradigm. It is the United States Aviator. Whew. We made it. And it's I guess a week until Inferno Scars and Stripes, so be ready for that. But for right now, we gotta get through this. We gotta get through all your tributes. We gotta get through Nagisa's title defense. We gotta get through the Danganronpa Hunger Games. I actually think I know what I'm gonna do for next season, also. I think it's gonna be a fun one. That being said, this was a fun one too. I believe Chaos reigning potentially mid-episode may stick around. I think it will stick around actually. I think the rates will still just be flat, so it can happen. You always know that it can happen. I think they might stay kind of the same that they are now for Brand Steel, because it's much harder to do in Brand Steel. Orteal, I'll probably lower them a little bit, because it's easier to hit an Orteal. It's hit a lot more often than not in Orteal. I think it's actually only hit 2 times in Brand Steel, several times in Orteal. That being said, it hitting was how Nagisa became an everything champion, and we'll get to that as we go through everybody, starting off with the champion who started off this season. It is Komaru Naegi. Corey is also in the house, baby, thanks to your fan votes. Gundam earned himself a victory as well, and Maki earned in by you guys. Kazuichi took up a big victory. Mew came in via fan voting rules. Karumi and Maya took the championship off of Komaru. In Ghostly Shenanigans, they got a dual co-championship reign this season. And then we see Himiko, we see Ruruka, who was voted in by you guys. Monokid in District 5, District 6 sees Hifumi and Angie both getting themselves in here. District 7 saw Yuta voted in by you guys, and so was Amber, double vote here. Amber, there she is. District 8, we have Tengen and we have Mahiru. We don't talk about the episode, the Tengen one, but we do talk about episode 9. Actually, wait, this is, I just kind of realized this is essentially sorted by episode, right? It's just, so, you know, episode 9 this season is right there. Oh, that's kind of nice, isn't it? I've done this for a long time, and I don't think I've ever realized that. Anywho, episode 9, we saw Nagisa see Chaos reign, and he became a double champion with Crazy Yoko, and the newest Triple Crown champion in Saint Junko. Crazy Yoko's here in District 9 as well via a secret achievement. District 10 sees Munakata, he took the W that episode, and Taka, he made his way here too. District 11 sees potentially this episode could end very early via Akane, and Kafka is here, voted in by you guys. That was the last of the fan votes. That was a cross-teaming fan vote. And lastly, we have Sakura Ogami, who came out on top, and Ryoma, who earned himself a spot via secret achievement Shenanigans. And that is our finale. First of all, live chat, how are you guys doing? I shouldn't be on the road yet, actually. I'm probably there. Cool. Sorry, I was being a concerned parent. Pilot was sleeping in the weirdest position I've ever seen him sleep in. So I was like, you okay, buddy? And then he opened his eyes and it was like, I was trying to take a nap and I was like, you're crazy. I'm gonna start taking pictures of the weird places that he sleeps. The weirdest place, this wasn't the weirdest. The weirdest place he likes to go is wedging himself in between the filter and the glass, removing some of the suction cups essentially and saying, yeah, let me slide in there, yeah. That's the weirdest place. Anywho, he's fine. But you know, sometimes when I see him doing some crazy things, I'm like, you okay over there? Love him to bits. Anywho, I can't believe it's been more than a year since I've had that son of a gun. Anywho, that's the future. In fact, Pilot was in the intro last season, or the finale last season. Maybe, you know, if Pilot goes basking, maybe I'll turn on the basking cam. But right now, he is asleep, and I don't think he's gonna go basking. I, however, am ready to start this bad boy, so make your picks live chat, first, second, and third. I will make mine as well. Give me anybody but Akane. I feel like Akane has been systematically targeting the squad and myself this entire season. So we got a little bad blood. For first, I'm going to take Ruruka, actually. It's the sleeper pick of all time. She actually had a really good season this season. She was in a lot of the fan votes because she was going crazy. And lo and behold, she's here. But I'm going to take Ruruka for first. I think this is a culmination, and she's going to finally get her singles title. For second, I'm going to take Munakata. I think he got that sword. I think he got that sword in him. And for third, I'm going to take Maki. Because we go way back. 1,000,000%. Anywho, I'm going to take a swig of water. And we'll get ready to start this thing. Why dilly and dally when we can just go? There's no crazy shenanigans happening, and I gotta get ready to get on the road. So you know, we gotta start this thing. And to start it, we must. Oh my gosh! Y'all can't see this, but like, look, it's a Jirachi pen. That's my homie, Mr. Wish, out here. What's good, my boy? You know what? Unplanned, and this feels like a gamble. I'm gonna look Jirachi's Pokedex number. And whatever the last two numbers are, because I know it would be a lot if I said Jirachi's whole Pokemon number. I'm not gonna do that. I'm smarter than that. whatever Jirachi's number is, that's the number of resimulations we'll do in the last two digits. Because I know that could be either really high or a respectable size. So just give me 1 second. If anybody in the chat knows offhand, show your stuff. What is Jirachi's Pokemon number? Or Pokedex number? 385. I was really hoping it was more like never mind. I'm a foolish fool who does foolishly. Jirachi, I guess we're resimulating 85 times. I was really wishing that wasn't going to be the case, but beggars can't be choosers, winners can't be losers, and boy am I losing this one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 41. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wow. Wait. I forgot it was 85. For some reason, my brain thought 86. I was gonna, I usually do the dramatic one last resimulation. But I guess I won't today. There are 25 competitors just over a standard-sized game because of our co-champions, Kurumi and Maya, this season. But at the end of the day, it's Nagisa's time to shine. It's Nagisa's attempt to defend. Will he be able to do it? Well, I think it's time we find out, and find out who walks out of Season 17 as Danganronpa Hunger Games Champion of Champions, and that will be answered as we proceed. And as the tributes stand on their podiums, the horns, they doth sound, and horn bearers, if you would please do what you like to do when the horns are playing and you like to yell. Do we have any horn bearers in this game? Maya. I was gonna say, of the finales so far, a horn bearer has walked out as champion in both of them. I think Maya is their only shot this time? I'd have to look at the full cast again, but you guys can see them, We'll see. That being said, will it be a horn bearer sweep is, I guess, another question we have to consider, but right now, we know that Munakata runs away from the cornucopia. Ruruka opens a pack of gum as she enters the arena. Mew, Kafka, and Akane appear out of nowhere and ask for a piece. Kazuichi and Ryomo try to find a way to escape. Maki picks up adrenaline and deposits it immediately into her soul. Everyone is now out of control. Sakura runs into the cornucopia and hides. A little cowardly Sakura here. Kurumi and Himiko try and find a way to escape. Hifumi finds a canteen full of water. Gundam runs away from the cornucopia. Kori and Komaru compare knives that they found in the supplies. Monokid comes with a spoon and he gets laughed at. Crazy Yoko runs away from the cornucopia. Amber comes to the arena to capture Dangerous Killer that escaped from an insane asylum. Maya grabs a shovel. Taka gets a shovel as well. The shovel homies. Yuta and Angie work together to drown Mahiru. She's dead. She's the only one dead in the bloodbath, so this is kind of crazy. And Nagisa and Tengen fall in love at first sight despite the circumstances. That's creepy. Mahiru, the only one gone, actually. Almost a bloodless bloodbath. I think we may not have seen that except, okay, Munakata's dead. Ryoma, Ruruka, Taka, Nagisa, and Angie track down and kill Munakata. Rest in peace. Nobody told lying. Tengen and Komaru and Mew hold an intervention for my pancake addiction. No, I'm not gonna show up. After what Tengen just did at the end of the last round, of course I'm not going to show up. Kazuichi embraces spring and plants daisies outside of his camp. Togami berates Yuta for hours. Yuta thinks that he and Togami got closer that day. Maki uses Christmas magic to change the month back to December. Sakura dyes her hair gold. Kafka RKO's Himiko out of nowhere off of a cliff. Surprisingly, Kafka survives, and pardon me, and Himiko bites the dust. Akane tries to become a beekeeper, but the bees aren't happy. But I am. Get out of here, Akane. Get yourself out of here. Get yourself out of here. Gundam, Amber, and Maya hold an intervention for my pancake addiction. I didn't show up. I feel like I'd be more open to coming to this one. You know what I mean? Anywho, Monica convinces Kurumi not to kill him, only to kill her instead. Crazy Yoko steals a tray of Corey's freshly baked cookies, and Ifumi tries to find every Monokuma on the school grounds. We proceed to 5 fallen tributes. So we are down from 25 to just 20 of what, to a fifth actually of our competitors are now out of this. Who will walk out as champion? It's the saddest of all moments. 4. Mahiru, Munakata, Himiko, Akane, Kurumi. Let us go on. We're down 5. It's still anybody's game. I think at this juncture, and I wanted to take a peek at everybody who's here. A lot of eyes are on Maya, as I believe Maya's the only horn bearer who is in play right now. Could it be all horn bearers winning at the end of season 17? It's all on Maya's shoulders. She's got a 1 in 20 shot, 5% chance to win this thing. Was not one of my picks, but we'll see how it all plays out. As Mew has the whole world in her hands. I also believe that Mew and Kazuichi ended up in the same district, this time. And I think the first time Kazuichi won and or lost his title, when he lost, when he lost, I think he lost it to Mew, who was in the same district as her. Or as him, rather. And they were a part of the same tag team. So I think that's when they were at their little domination peak, all the way back in like season like 5 or 8 or something like that. It was a summer season. Regardless, Angie walks into a portal and turns on. Her molecules got rearranged and she gets ghost powers. Yuta finds a special charm that allows him to transform into a magical girl. Now it's time to fight some evildoers. Kafka, Yasukui. Taka challenges Avian Battleship. Taka sinks my battleship. You know what? Everybody gets theirs. Taka, I'm now rooting against you. Corey is unable to convince Maki not to kill him. You can't convince Maki not to do some murder. Sakura sneaks into the back room of Yoko's, but it only gets seen by Gundam, an employee of the store, who locks the door behind her. Ryoma gets mad because Hifumi tells Monica to count how many sand particles are in the desert. Why is there a desert in the arena in the first place? Crazy Yoko wants to cut the casual bongos playing in the background. Ruka taints Amber's food, killing her. Tengen, Kazuichi, Komaru, and Maya get together to form a rock band. Okay, really weird rock band. However, I could see Tengen on the bass, old man bass player or old man drummer. But I honestly maybe see Maya on either the drums or like the synth or like some sort of piano. I think Kazuichi would try and rock, but I don't foresee like Komaru being a rock artist, you know? You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Maybe. Who knows? Nagisa buys a D2 house. Now he can have parties every week. Baby. It is day 2. And Kazuichi's allergies are so bad, he sneezed the arena back to April. Goodness gracious. Someone get that man a tissue. Yuta, Sakura, and Crazy Yoko hold an intervention for my pancake addiction. But because they are entirely confused on what an intervention is, they buy a bunch of pancakes for me, further enabling my addiction that does not exist. This earns them all entry into the World Pancake Championship match, which I certainly know where the notepad for is. Certainly I know where it is, you guys. It's crazy that you think that I don't know where it is. It's right here. Thought I didn't know. Ha 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 ha. Ha. Where is the world? There it is. Yo, why did I write things on this page? Alright, well I'm gonna have to transfer it to a new page. Pin, where are you? Huh, huh. There. Excellent. There's a pin here. Alright, look. Alright, so we just have those names here. And you. And now we have Yuta, Sakura, and Crazy Hyoko. Small. Great. Alright, look, I'm ready now. I'm ready. I'm prepared. Anywho, Fumi makes a life-size cardboard cutout of freaking Sayaka despite Avi, I hope you perish. Monokid attempts to climb a tree but falls on Angie, killing them both. Gundam walks up to a lemonade stand and he says to the Ruruka who's running the stand, "Hey, bum bum bum, got any grapes? Bum bum." And he waddled away. Maya was being a clown. Taka and Ryoma gets to argue over rather who gets to like the Red Chaos Emerald. Nagisa glares at Tengen and says, "Do you want to die?" Tengen runs away. Komaru has Drip. Mew wants a nickname similar to Sharpshooting Skill-Minded Big Sister Sarah. Kafka's unknown sponsor is Sayaka. Avi's not gonna like that. Man, I was just okay with you, Kafka. And Maki starts writing a novel. Will she ever finish it? That's the real question, as we've only got another 4 gone, which means we got a nice 16 remaining after this Sash of All Moments. 4. Corey is out of the house. Amber is up in flames. Monokid is rocking out of here. And Angie is, Angie's dead. That is our 4 who are gone this time. We'll see everybody's status, as once again, there's still 16 people left. We got Komara, Gundam, Maki, Kazuichi, Mew, Maya, Ruruka, Hifumi, Yuta, Tengen, the champion Nagisa, Crazy Hyoko, Taka, Kafka, Sakura, Ryoma, and we still got a game to get through is the most important thing, so we're gonna keep on keeping on, we'll keep on trekking, and we'll keep on proceeding as Ryoma, Maya, and Kafka have a scrum debate with Taka, Gundam, and Maki over which is better, Avi's Wares and Despairs, and I'm not even going to give that other store's name any credit, any free advertising, so y'all better shop at Avi's Wares and Despairs. We got everything. We sure do, you better believe. Sakura feels herself developing a crush for Nagisa. Maybe don't do that, Sakura. Mew gets a hold of my soundboard and plays the secret achievement music, which, you know, it's a little bit of a banger. Hazuruka accidentally sticks her hand in the campfire that she made. Kazuichi signs a petition to change American football to yeet ball. Komaru's allergies keep her up all night. Yuta puts his trust in Crazy Hyoko, allows himself to fall backwards. Crazy Hyoko catches him. Yuta says to Crazy Hyoko that he trusts her with his life. Just wait until Crazy Hyoko kills you. Fumi is in the house, and Tengen commits tax evasion as our next round commences. Nagisa feigns death-stricken Kazuichi into ignoring him. It's Yuta's birthday. Happy birthday to Yuta. Fumi receives a gift from a secret admirer. It's a giant stuffed bear. Tengen confesses how much he has come to hate Taka. Taka runs away crying. Avi forces Crazy Hyoko to work at the Avi's Wares and Despairs, the best supermarket of all time, way better than Yoko's. I heard Yoko's is going under. I heard that they're not getting any business because they're the worst of all time, not because someone keeps burning down their store. Maki and Maya think this is a great opportunity to score free food from her. As Mew and Komaru take a walk through the arena, they find Kafka's left half on the ground, but where could the other half be? Ryoma turns a Statue of Liberty into freaking Sayaka. I hate that everybody's doing this. Ruka catches the despair disease and starts posing dramatically. It's Gundam's birthday. Happy birthday to you, Ta, and Gundam. You live in a shoe. You have a bunch of hamsters, and the Devas are cool, or something like that, I don't know. Sakura makes up, everybody's making these Sayaka things, and I know, it's not cool, you guys. It's not cool to keep making these Sayaka things. Here, first, let me take a second to talk to you about this, first and foremost. Let me talk to you about how it makes me feel, you know? How it makes me feel. You see, I have a rich history with Sayaka Mizono. Over the years, she's earned my respect. In fact, I'll be real, I've always respected her a little bit. But you don't have to like somebody to respect them. That's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And that's how I feel about Sayaka Maizono. So, to see all of these people making life-size cardboard cutouts and being sponsored by Sayaka, it just feels wrong, like I'm being targeted. It's a very important time of the year, too. Can't believe this. This is truly terrible, and I will find out who is the leader of all of this Sayaka Maizono propaganda, because you know who I don't see here? Sayaka Maizono. Where is she? Oh my gosh, is she under my phone? No. Oh my gosh, is she behind my hand? Ha ha ha. No, she's not. Where is she, you guys? She's not here, and more importantly, it's just Kafka. In fact, this is a pretty sad song. Leave this on for Kafka. Kafka. Tragic. That brings us down to 15. Nobody else died, so we don't really need to dilly and dally on this one too much longer, because we gotta go on. And not bash my arm into things that will, that will leave an imprint on the walls. Here, we'll proceed. There's still 15 people left. And it starts with Mew, Mew, Mew is in the house. There's also been a lot of Corey references today, as Yuta then goes and burns down the house, incinerating Mew. Oh no, the married couple, they're breaking up. Yeah, they got married so long ago. They even had couples counseling, and in the end, Yuta says, burn it down. Maki challenges AV in a game of Yahtzee. AV absolutely demolishes Maki. Better believe your boy loves to roll them dice. He'd be like, Yahtzee, baby. Kazuichi thought they caught a glimpse of the elusive Mamakuma, but they were just seeing things, right? So I told AV to put Komaru in the World Pancake Championship match. Okay. Komaru. Thanks, Rock. Ryoma, Hifumi, and Taka find the Triforce, and they each take a piece for themselves. Ryoma has the Triforce of Courage, Hifumi the Triforce of Wisdom, and Taka the Triforce of Power. Tengen and Mai have a pose-off, which Mai wins. Crazy Yoko finds a DDR machine, and boy, you know what? She's a dancer, so she's living her best life out here. Ruka and Sakura take some pictures of the Aurora Borealis before heading to sleep for the night. Gundam dies as they're green, and Nagisa hops into an inflatable cauldron and makes jokes about how he's emergency food. He might have a problem. And we all should have realized it before it was too late. And now it's day 4, because, fun fact, Taka is specifically here just to suffer. Maki uses their secret technique running away. Nagisa, Gundam, and Ruka get into a scrum with Komaru, Crazy Yoko, and Hifumi argue over which is better, boneless or bone and wings. So, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm still a boneless man. I got no bones. I'm like a jellyfish out here. No, for real. Bone is just too much work. Like, I understand, like, the appeal of bone and wings. They're just incorrect. Kazuichi dies from hypothermia. If Sakura is the agent of Chaos and their target champion's alive, Chaos reigns. It does not. Yuta confides in Ryoma, and Tengen confesses his love for Maya. Maya says, cool, see ya, homie. We've lost another 2, and look who they are. I mentioned them earlier that the last time they were together, like this, in a district, in a singles championship match, they were running the world. Tonight, the world comes crashing down on them. After the saddest of all moments for Mew, Kazuichi. It'd be like that sometimes. Sometimes in one single day, your whole district goes kablooey. We're at 13 now, right? We've been losing so few people, which is kind of shocking to me. We are indeed at 13, so 13 people left. There are Komaru, Gundam, Maki, Maya, Ruka, Hifumi, Yuta, Tengen, Nagisa, Crazy Yoko, Taka, Sakura, and Ryoma, and we're gonna keep on going. I'm not gonna dilly and dally until we get to our final 10, but now that we're at 13, I believe we are in feast range, so we could be dropping down immediately. Gundam, Sakura, and Ryoma enter a scrum with Tengen, Crazy Yoko, or Ruka. They are who would win in a fight first, Gentleman Thomas or Sprinkles. Well, probably not Sprinkles. I don't know if Sprinkles is ever gonna fight again. I'm not sure if Sprinkles is okay. I haven't seen that guy in a while. Fumi cuts off both of Komaru's arms. Yikes. Maya finds Nagisa hiding in the corner. No, not in the cornucopia, just hiding. Then comedically slaps Nagisa. Taka challenges Yuta to a dance-off. Yuta absolutely dominates. Maki's reflection distorts her true self. Is she pleased with what she sees? Of course she is. She might not actually be, to be honest. And no feast. But the rating pistol rates Ryoma 13 points. Taka asks for Nagisa's axolotl. He happily shows him an axolotl in a bucket. Crazy Oko raises Maki's hopes, then dashes them quite expertly. Sakura throws a discarded dumbbell into Fumi's head. Gundam places a bomb next to a river. Komaru hangs up missiles on the arena. It's no longer December. This does not end well for Komaru. I know that was sneeze to December, but I feel how hot it is outside. It's not December. I won't be lied to. Keep your allergies to yourself. Tengen forces. I'm sure. I don't even think it was a sneeze. I think Komaru found mistletoe or like one of the Christmas magic, and boom, it was December. Not today, Komaru. Not today. Not this week. Tengen forces Ruka to kill Maya or Yuta. She decides to kill Tengen. Major reversal by Ruka there. Is there an arena event? Oh, there is. Hold on a minute. Alright, well, I'll take it all back. Alright, hold on a second. I was not prepared for that. I should have been prepared, because I was like, oh. I was prepared to go, oh. But instead, I was surprised. I think we're at your final four. After opening a strange device on their phones, an app on their phones, the tributes are transported to the metaverse. Taka is unable to awaken the power of Persona and is quickly picked off by shadows. Yuta is surrounded by shadows and is unable to survive. Sakura, Maya, Crazy Yoko, and Nagisa attack a shadow with mysterious rattling chains. The Reaper is in their presence and they do not survive. Ruka, Maki, Ryoma, and Gundam perform an all-out attack on a shadow, obliterating it, leaving them as the only four who survive the metaverse. And I'm sure everyone here was met with a last surprise. In fact, you could say that they never saw it coming. Hifumi, Komaru, Tengen, Taka, Yuta, Sakura, Maya, Crazy Yoko, Nagisa. Which brings us to a new champ alert. And no samurai woman in the finale. I think we heard both other finales, or all of the other finales, which is kind of crazy. That being said, which of these four is walking out as champion? I don't know. But you might need some new picks. I know I do. I Scooby-Dooby-Doo. One of my picks is still in here. One of my picks is still holding on. And one of my picks is probably going to be my number one pick for my saving grace pick. So this is the moment in the episode where you all like the video, first of all. And then I tell you all that it's time to make your saving grace picks. We got 4 competitors left. You'll be able to pick between first, second, and third again. And let's see how your picks do in this final few. We usually do it on our top 10, but we are all the way down to our top 4 this time. And let me tell you who you can pick between. It is Gundam Tanaka's Supreme Overlord device. It is a Maki. Way back Maki. In fact, I think I've been Maki for third. I think only my first place pick is gone. Okay. Actually, I think I might have picked Ruka for first, Munakata second, Maki third. Were those my picks? Might have been. Those, well, if they are, man, I did a really good job today. At least one of them's gonna make the top 3. Guaranteed. Ruka is here, as well as Ryoma down there. Ruka is the only person to have, I don't know if she's held any title in the, I think she's held a has she held a tag team title? I think she might have. Anywho. Regardless, in terms of the singles championship, Gundam's held it. Maki has not. She's only held tag team gold. Ryoma has, I believe, held the singles championship. Ruka certainly is not. Those are your final 4. How will this all play out? No matter what, they all make it back to the premiere. All the top 12 will, and we'll discuss who those top 12 are at the end of our episode. But for right now, in the live chat, in the comments, make your picks for first, second, and third. I'm gonna make mine as well. Give me Ruka for first. Give me way back Maki for second. And I'm gonna take the Kang for third. Despite my better judgment, When I should say, you know, the Kang has always been good to me in these simulations. So you know, that's my tribal that's my tribal chief. But I digress. Those are my 3. I've already asked you to make yours. You guys make them quick. I don't need to dilly and dally. What I do need to do is tell you that Gundam, Maki, Ruka, and Ryoma are all caught in our final 4 in something that we like to call a golden crisis of fate. It is your final 4. You know what this means. It could end when I click next round at this point. Let's be real. It does not. But it sure is about to end. Ryoma discovers the mastermind is killed for it. The death is made to look like an accident. Ruka latches onto Gundam's back and blows herself up to try to protect Maki. The attack works and Gundam is blown to smithereens. Is it over? Did Maki win, or she blew herself up? Yeah. That's for everybody else, but I didn't even realize it was over. Usually in this event, the attack does not work, and the other person survives. I thought it was about to be a one-on-one between Gundam and Maki, but instead, in the end, girl went way back. And Ruka, you know what? You did that for the squad. You protected the squad out here. So I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna acknowledge you for that one, Ruka. At the end of the day, if you believed in Maki, you better believe that today she finally goes way back and way forward to being your new Danganronpa Hunger Games champion or champions. With a twinkle in her eye and a wink on her face, she's feeling a little bit cocky. Cocky Maki, the cockiness didn't kill her. It led her to victory as she is your new champion of champions. And we go way back. Maki, you best to believe. It was your time, it was your opportunity. Ruka, it'll be your time one of these days. I thought it might have been your time today, but today is not the day. Maki is the champion of champions, and the title comes home to the squad. Everybody around the world says, yeah. Everybody around the world says, shock the system. In fact, what are we doing out here? What are we doing out here? Of course we're gonna say shock the system. Of course we're gonna say, the whole world gonna say it with me. Come on, one more time, everybody. We... yeah. If you didn't know, now you know. Ruka, we respect what you've done. We even acknowledge, because at the end of the day, the title had to come home to the squad. If Junko couldn't be here, the group had to win somehow. And tonight, my employee of the month may have lost the championship, but my girl, who we go way back, the homie, the realist, Cocky Maki, walks out as champion. And if you didn't know, well, you've just been educated. Boom. Gundam takes second, Ruka third, Ryoma fourth, Nagisa fifth, Crazy Yoko sixth, Maya seventh, Sakura eighth, Yuta ninth, and rounding off your top 10 is Taka. 11th is Tengen, Komaru 12th, and those were the 12 who have earned a spot already in the Season 18 premiere. This was fantastic. This was absolutely glorious. This was a phenomenal time, and it all started with Mahiru perishing and Maki being the champion. The squad gets their title back. You better believe they do. Yuta and Angie took out Mahiru together, but it didn't matter what they did, because at the end of the day, it's all about the squad, baby. It's all about the squad. As Maki just stood there. Maki, how many KOs did you have? 1. You were almost a passive victor. But at the end of the day, it's squad time. Ruka had 5 kills, Andy had 2, Yuta had 2, everyone else was 1 or less. You know your top 12, you know who's going on, and we'll go back to the reaping. That's the end of Season 17, and it ended like it should have been the entire time, with the squad holding the championship. Sure, the Horn Bears got the rest of them, but tonight, the squad celebrates. So, until next week when we start preseason, until next Friday when it's Inferno, Scars, and Stripes, I want you to always and forever remember, look me dead in the eyes. The squad then, the squad now, and the squad forever. Champions out. Boom.